Welcome back. I wanted to share a little bit about the rifle that I carry in my pack or on me at all times when I'm in the bush. I have a couple different rifles that I use, but my favorite rifle, I use a 1895 Marlin Trapper model. This rifle, I had a Western tuning kit put in it. Gives it about a 3.5 pound trigger. I had my gunsmith go over it and just polish everything so it has a really good action to it. You see how smooth that is. This has a Vortex. It's a 4-power scope. It's the Crossfire 1x4x24. This rifle, I can attest, in Alaska has been a game changer for me. I had this rifle. I've been looking for this rifle for a long time. I finally got it last year. Brought it up here last fall. It was the first time I carried it. It's not a light rifle, but I can tell you that without a doubt, this rifle is a great guide gun. If you're in the bush, you're looking for some protection, backup shooting, anything you can do. This is a great rifle. I've got the trigger hammer extension on it here, which allows it to easily go back. It helps with the scope being on there. You know, I don't know if I'm 100% sold on the scope, if I should go with a red dot or not, but I can tell you a couple days ago, this rifle throws the hammer down on a brown bear. It's very, very effective. You can see I have some electrical tape on the end of the barrel. It does have a suppressor thread on the end of it. We put electrical tape on the end. It shoots right through it, no problem. It's almost required with all hunters to make sure that we have this on the end. You get snow or mud or anything pushed in there and you try to fire this thing, that's about a worst case scenario that you could imagine. When I put this Vortex 4-power scope on here, one thing I did do is I used Loctite, just the medium Loctite on everything. When you're shooting this rifle, I've got 460 grain hard cast rounds that I'm using, and when you pump this through this rifle, you absolutely know that it's there. After a few shots, it starts to hurt. You know, when you're hunting, you have a little bit of adrenaline, so it's not that big of a deal, but this is a very smooth rifle. I mean, you just tell when you first get it, they're very tight. That's why I had my gunsmith go through. I think this one was built on a Friday. Had some rough edges to it, but we smoothed it up pretty quickly. I think it cost me $100. I had the tuning kit put in there. That put the tube, there's a little plastic tube that comes with Marlin. It's the chaser that, so when you're loading the ammo, it's basically the stop that feeds down. I changed that out to aluminum. I had the trigger kit put in, which brought it down from probably a 6-pound trigger down to about a 3.5 pound trigger. Then I had the kicker here. I had it changed out as well. It just feeds so much better. I have no issues with this rifle. Yeah, so you're pumping these 460 grain hard cast. I can tell you at 100 yards on a brown bear a couple days ago, just absolutely punched a hole in that bear. There was no suffering involved. It's a fantastic round. I can't say enough good things about the Trapper model. Look into it. It's definitely something. You can tell the loop here is a decent size. You can get your hand in there. A lot of guys wrap them. A lot of times I'm not really wrapping. I just don't want anything catching on it. I'll take the busted knuckles. I did catch a spot the other day. It just comes with it, but it packs a lot of power. It's a very slow round. I think this one's, the velocity's 1,850 foot-pounds per second. So you're throwing bowling balls at the bear. But again, the hunter was using a 375, made a very effective shot. we just wanted to make sure that the bear was put down effectively and quickly, and that's the name of the game and the goal. So in Alaska, backup shooting is a necessity. You always discuss that with your hunter ahead of time, understanding what's going on there. We were just in a situation where it had to be done, and that is a super effective rifle. I would tell you that having a trapper in your pack, and one thing I like about it is we're on snowmobiles in Alaska hunting Alaskan brown bears, and so you've got a gun scabbard, and this fits perfectly in the gun scabbard. If you had a can on it, it might be a little bit too long, but it's perfect just like that. You shove it in. You can usually stick a water bottle at the end, close up your case, and it rides really well. So I have the pack that I have has a gun scabbard in it, so it's real nice because I can pull it out real quick. I also carry a 10 millimeter Glock sidearm that if it's really close, it can accept 15 rounds. So that's just a little talk about the Marlin 1895. It's a great rifle. I am impressed with it. I'm glad that they're actually starting to get them out there for people. I searched for that rifle for over a year before I finally got my hands on one. That was going to every gun shop in Montana. I was actually down in Utah getting ready to go somewhere on a flight. I just happened to walk into Cabela's early in the morning, and I said, do you have any 4570 levers? He pops this thing up and he said, what are you going to do, resell it? And I said, no, it's actually for my job. And I just got really fortunate that I was able to get a hold of one. So hope you enjoyed that. I'm not one to get into a ton of detail about them. I'm just telling you, it'll throw the hammer. You can also, one last thing I failed to mention, when you're putting a round in, you can also take them out right there. It's a very nice feature. That's all I got. Thank you.